welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So today's video I thought I'd do a bit of a colouring chat, because I feel like I haven't done a colouring chat with you for a while. I can't remember the last time that I did one. I know it's been a bit of a while ago, but I thought it'd probably be due for another one. So I thought the book that we're going to have a bit of a colouring chat from is Mosaics, book 5, Christmas edition by the Belba family. So this one is the book where they have the white background and then the black background. Last night I worked on this picture here on the white background, and I don't know, last night I was thinking, do you know what, I've got a few sets of pencils. Guaranteed I haven't got tons and tons of sets, but I've got a few sets. And I thought, I've not used them, I've hardly ever used them, because I use alcohol markers of a fair amount, or colouring pens. So I thought, you know what, for the white background, I'm going to try and use colouring pencils instead and do that. So that's what I did last night for this picture. I used my Faber-Castell polychromos. Now some of you may think, why are you using polychromos for a colour by number for that? But I've had them for a while now. I've had them since, well, I lost my dad really. It was one of my last gifts from my dad to me, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to use them, and it turned out well. And because I did it on the white background last night, I did start to do it on the black background with markers this time. So I thought we'd carry on with this picture for a little while. Now I've done the background. It might be hard for you to see because it's peach that I used. However, it was a real light pastel pinky peach colour that I decided, well, that I did go for, and that's the one that I ended up using. So I think we're just going to go easy now, and we're going to use some miscellaneous alcohol markers just to get rid of them, because I've got a few in here that need using up and some up the top. So for this one, deep sea blue, because I need a dark blue. And I'm going to be doing all, well, not necessarily all the 16s, but all the 16s at the top on the bobble part at the minute. That's if it still works, which I hope it does, and it does. It looks like it anyway. So yeah, how are you guys? How are you all doing? Are you all ready for Christmas yet? We're kind of getting there. I don't think we'll be fully ready, to be honest, until actually Christmas itself. But we're getting there. Present wise, not doing too bad. I wrapped some more today, but I couldn't do a whole lot because my daughter's off school today because she's got a really bad cold and she's got a cough. They say she's still alright to go in school with a cold. However, this morning she seemed quite bunged up and she's coughing a fair bit. I've been doing some lateral flow tests for her, obviously to make sure that it's not the other thing. And they've all come back negative. However, they said at school, obviously, because they have got a clamp down on it, they said at school that she wasn't allowed to really go into school unless she did a PCR, because they said they would have just sent her back home. And I thought it was a real shame for her as well, because today would have been her year's, well, today was her year Christmas party. Her brother had his last week, but unfortunately my daughter was going to have hers today, and we picked out the dress she was going to wear and everything, and unfortunately, yeah, she had to miss out on that. She was really upset, bless her. She was crying, and she did want to go, but what can you do? Obviously, the school had told me to keep her home, so that's the only thing I could really do, is just keep her home. So I took my son to school. I went to the shop because I needed some normal groceries. We're just going to do the bobble on the hat, number 14, and that is a light blue. Oh, I don't know if I got a light blue in this, but yeah, we have to keep her home. So I went to the shop when I dropped my son off school. For this one, we're going to go with one of the Monty Mark markers, and in the shade Ice Blue. I went to the shop and I got a Paw Patrol magazine, because now she likes the magazines, so I brought her a magazine to cheer her up. I just hope she's okay, that she's feeling better very soon, because Saturday is the breakfast with Santa, where I take them to our local, it's like a restaurant, pub place, where you can have meals, and at Christmas time they do, somebody obviously dresses up as Santa. They have Santa's grotto, they get a present, they play games. So I booked him in for there for this Christmas, and it's this Saturday. So obviously if a PCR test comes back positive, then we won't be able to do it, unfortunately. I just can't do that. Neither of us will be going, because obviously being in the same household. But however, a lateral flow test, I did 2 of them, and even 3, and they've all come back negative. So I think it's just a rotten cold. So if that's just the case, I really hope she's okay on Saturday, because she's missed out on so much at school. She will do this week, that I just don't want her to miss out on that. So we're going to go back to the dark blue for number 16 again, for the top part of the hat. So yeah, I just really don't want her to have to miss out on that, especially. But that's what's going on at home anyway. On Saturday as well, my mother-in-law, she finally goes in to well, not finally goes into hospital. I don't want her to go into hospital, that sounds bad. What I mean is, when she was younger, she had an accident with her knee. She's had problems with her knee since she was, oh gosh, really young, in her early 20s, probably late teens. And she's been waiting years and years for a knee operation, because basically she's got no kneecap, because it's worn away. Years ago they refused to do the operation, because the Murray's told her she was too young to have it done. And then when she was of age to have it done, they told her she was too big, that she needed to be smaller to have it done, which, yeah, kind of makes you feel like rubbish anyway. And she's been really working hard and everything, and a while ago she finally got the message to say that she can have it done. So Saturday she goes in hospital, and she goes to have the extremely long awaited for operation on her knee, finally, after this many years of waiting to have it done. She finally gets to go to the hospital and have the operation. They say she'll be in for a couple of days, but apparently they get you moving as soon as you've had the knee operation. As soon as they can, they get you moving, stretching your leg out and bending it and walking. So they've got her booked in the until the day before Christmas Eve on the 23rd. However, they think she may be home, possibly, or being well, she may possibly be home on the 21st. So, fingers crossed for her. Yeah, she's waited a long time for this. Number 10, which is Scarlet, and it's kind of a bright red. I think for Scarlet we're going to use this one, which is 12, and it's a coral red, and it's a Monty marker. Yeah, and she's finally going to get that done. I just hope that everything goes okay. They're going to keep her awake through the procedure, so they're not going to put her to sleep. Not to mention, I don't think could anyway, because she does have a heart condition as well, so they need to closely monitor her. And on the 21st, I go for a checkup at the hospital. And I'll go and have my eyes checked, just to see if there's any improvement with the swelling on my optic nerves. It's all parcel of the game. With the condition I have to have regular eye examinations as well. So I've got that on the 21st. So I said, to be honest, that appointment worked out pretty well, because obviously Si's mum wouldn't have been able to get the kids from school. Si can't get the kids from school because of his condition himself. He doesn't go out the house. So I would have been a bit stuck. I'd have probably more likely have had to reschedule my appointment. However, because the kids are off, because they break up this Friday for Christmas holiday, I don't have to worry about trying to get back for school runs or trying to get school runs covered, because there won't be any, because the little ones will be at home. So that's one worry as well off my head. So number 14, which what looks like the stars. I'm going to leave them pens out so I know what I'm using. 14 is a light blue. Now I did use that ice blue, but coming up on there, I don't know whether you think the same, but the light blue for the ice blue, it looks kind of green to me. It does, doesn't it? Is it just me, or does that look green? It does look green, doesn't it? I'm going to just carry on with it now, because obviously I've started it now, but kind of does look green. It's probably because the way that I've stored, because I'm naughty, I am, because my table's right by the window, and on my table I've got my stack of books, obviously my favourite ones, but I've also stacked some alcohol markers by the side of it. So not so much now guaranteed because of the weather, but when we had really sunny weather, I basically had my alcohol markers just stored in the window, which is a big no. Yeah, I've learnt, guys, storing your alcohol markers in front of a bright window when it's a really hot day is a big no. Don't do it. It ruins your markers. Because yeah, well, I think with a couple of my other markers, it ended up drying them out, and I was like, oh sugar. So number 15 here, and I think for this one, because it is just blue, we're going to go with another Monty marker, and we're going to go with sky blue, which is 76. I bet you this is going to turn out brighter than the other one. And that is for 50. Oh no, it's not so bright. It's a nice colour though, I like it. So yeah, don't store your markers in an open window. You lot probably already knew that. And even I probably already knew that, but I didn't obviously put my own advice into practice, which I should have done, which I will be doing from now on. So I'm just glad it's not my Copic markers I've put there. Oh gosh, that I would have been crying because they're so expensive to buy. I've been keeping my eye out on eBay to try and get some more Copic markers. Because most of mine I've got like second hand. Only I'm a bit dubious about doing that because a lot of them you'd get or end up drying out. So then you've got to fork out either a new marker, which makes buying that marker pointless anyway, or you get the ink refills. They are worth it because an ink refill fills about, I don't know, you get about 8 refills, but they are like £10, probably £12 a piece. And if you have to get one of them every time your marker runs out, it can get quite expensive then. So I'd have loved to have got some Copic markers brand new so I can at least get a good use out of them before I have to refill them. But I'm not coming up with anything yet on a good deal on eBay or Amazon, so I'm just keeping my eyes open. So for the next one, now we're coming down to the second part of the hat. I think because we've got a couple of number 10s there, but we've got 16 there, so I'm going to call that the cut-off. So 16, and I'm going to go in with the dark blue again, which is the big market. And I'm just going to colour that there. So how are you getting on with your colouring or crafting, guys? Me? Oh gosh, where do I start? Stitching wise, I've got that much stuff on the go, it's coming out my ears. I haven't done a lot on my Hyde cross stitch project because I had to really think and keep my eyes glued on that, and it's a bit difficult obviously when you've got the kids at home. So I feel like that needs my concentration. I have been working on my printed cross stitches, but I wanted to do something kind of Christmassy, but then again I don't want to be starting yet another printed cross stitch just because it's a Christmas one. So I've been doing a bit of colouring, trying to get a bit of Christmas colouring in, so I'm joining in with the festivities. I did a bit of diamond painting yesterday, not too much, just a bit, just to wet me whistle, because I want to work on. Obviously I'm not going to get done this year because we've only like got a couple of weeks left of this year now, but I want to definitely in the new year get my All Dogs Go to Heaven by Diamond Art Club project finish, because I am pretty close to it. I have not got a whole lot left to do on that now, so I want to get that finished in the new year. So that's what I've been working on there. The other week I was knitting. I had this Harry Potter scarf kit that I was knitting for my son, and I started it, I was doing really well, and then the one night I was working on it and I was watching a film and I was working on it for 2 hours straight before I realised I must have missed a stitch somewhere. There was a big hole in it, but I'd also started stitching it wrong, knitting it wrong as well. So I ended up unravelling that whole 2 hours worth of work that I did. So yeah, I think it frightened me off doing that for a little bit. So that got put away for a bit. I think what I need to do, I just need to focus on trying to get one thing done at a time and focus on that. For a couple of minutes, because we ain't got that long left, I think we're going to do number 15, which is a blue. So that is 76 sky blue and Monty Mar. So yeah, I just need to focus on working on a project and getting that project finished, or at least getting some good work done on it before I start working on something else, because I found that I'm overwhelming myself with the amount of stuff that I've got on the go. I've got that much, and sometimes it can get a lot, and in the finish I don't end up doing any of it because it's just too much for me to handle. So I need to get, definitely in the new year, I need to get focus on what I'm working on, what my goals are. I need to write this down, and I will, and I'll probably make a video about it, about what my goals will be. But I definitely know I need to get some whips and things done. Colouring wise, now that's where I've done well this month. I've finished quite a couple of whips this month. I've been working on getting whips coloured and finished instead of working on new pictures. So I've done pretty well with that one this month because I've actually got a few done. So we've got light blue, which is a Monty Mark, and it's an ice blue. So I've done well there. Managed to get a few of my projects finished. It looks like I'll get this finished, to be honest. Looks like the little ones are coming up now. You might hear them in a minute. You alright, baby? Yeah. You gonna say hi? Is that my little girl or little boy? Is it Tish or Bram? Who is it?
You know, on Friday.
My son.
And they little pushy pillow for Mummy, and they're gonna take it home as well, and Mummy's gonna love it.
Did you hear that? He said he's been doing he's been doing stitching at school, and they've been learning sewing, and they've been learning him how to sew. And he said he's made me a heart at school that can bring home on Friday, and he's ever so excited about bringing it home, and I'm excited to have it. So I'll have to show you all that when he does bring it back. So I think we're going to finish it off with, we'll do number 18 there and get that finished, and we'll use a Vindian 54 Monty Mark to do that, and that's where we'll finish for there, guys, because I've got to sort the little ones out, brushing the teeth, and have my bath myself, and get this food picture finished, because I've more or less finished. Well, it's not going to take me long to do this at all. I don't have to carry the pens and that downstairs because I'm using multiples here. I'm just doing that bit for the trees. I love how the picture turns out on the black background. It just comes out very, very vibrant.
Very nice.
Is it very nice? Yeah. Very vibrant and colourful. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there about a minute or two early because I need to get these teeth brushed. And then get my bath done. I'll probably finish this off in a minute, to be fair, because it's not going to take long to do. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I'll see you again soon.
Bye. And let's learn the character now.
Yes, say bye. Shake the camera. Okay. Okay, you're going to give everybody a... Bye, everyone. Bye.